Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 14 of What If Naruto was from the two greatest clans. Remember to get this one to 200 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also stay in tune for the rest of the What Ifs coming your way. I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was banished and got a supernatural ability over the Anime King 2. And I'm also going to be posting What If Naruto was a smart prodigy. So stay tuned for all of the What Ifs coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice and you enjoyed the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro. So the last time we left off, it has been 3 years and 2 months since Naruto vanished, as he went off with the dragons, and Kushina was really sad because the dragon told her that it would be 3 years, but 2 months passed and there was no sign of Naruto, as Haku came in there and tried to cheer her up. Haku has become a main part of the family, even calling the both of them mom and dad as well, as Haku had joined the ninja ranks a year ago, and she has now been promoted to Jonin, seeing that she was already Chunin level and she has gotten stronger. Tsunade was doing her medical studies with her prize student being Sakura Haruno, as Hinata has also developed over the years as she has become a lot stronger, as she's right now Jonin level. We then skipped to Naruto as he was facing off against 4 dragons, all of them using a different element, as Naruto has developed and gotten a lot more powerful over the years. He's even strong enough to lift up an entire dragon. As they work on his strength training, after training with the monks, he came back here, and after going through the scroll that Hagoromo left behind, Naruto has gotten everything that he needed, and it was time that he left, as he said his goodbyes as he went to Ragnarok. The last time Naruto left off to visit the monks, he called Ragnarok an old lizard, as he did it again, but this time Ragnarok didn't send him away the same time, as Ragnarok had a little payback on him. Ragnarok sent Naruto to the Netsuko village, where all the 3 women resided. No men were there, just women, as Naruto landed in the bathhouse, as all of the women tried to kill him, but Naruto escaped by flying out of there, with his Rinnegan pulsating, as it took some time for him to arrive. When he arrived near the village, he noticed a massive glider in the air. It was the Sky Country. Minato and the others are setting up their forces, as they were going to attack the Sky Country, who came to invade them. But before they could do that, the Sky Country fleet started to explode. It was Naruto as he went inside and dealt with the Zero Tail and the Emperor of the Sky Country. He then used his wood clones as they wrecked the entire place. Kushina and Haku then came out, as they were the first one to make it in the forest after seeing the person float in the air, as he could tell it was him, as his chakra signature has changed a bit, but it was him, as the both of them just jumped and hugged him, as they were happy to see him. Meanwhile, Sasuke and Samantha, they have been training hard over the years as well. Under Orochimaru teaches, they have gotten a lot stronger. As Samantha asks Sasuke, does he ever think that Naruto would ever forgive them or the village? As Sasuke really didn't know. We then skip to the masked man, as Black Zetsu told him that Uchiha Naruto was back, as the masked man knew about Naruto Rinnegan, so that could be a backup plan. So yeah guys, that was basically last where we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. What? Naruto said as he was in the office, as Minato was sitting at the desk. Kushina was standing right beside her son, as Haku was in the corner with a big smile on her face. Yeah, it's true, Haku said. I've been promoted to Jonin. Tsunade chuckled from the corner. You went away for so long. You didn't take any of the exams. So right now, Haku is above you, and also the rest of your friends. Yeah, so you make sure to watch your tone when speaking to me, Haku said, seeing that I'm now your superior. As everyone chuckled, seeing the look on Naruto's face. As Jiraiya was sitting at the window as usual. So, 3 years. What was the training like with the dragons, he asked. Difficult, Naruto said. If I could put it in one word, really difficult. Especially the strength training. They put these tons of weight on me, and they threw me into a lake. What? Said Kushina. Yeah. I even nearly drowned 3 times, but Keiichi was there to save me though. Yeah, so if I had to say it in one word, it was difficult. How could they put my babies through such intense training, she said as she hugged him. Don't worry mom, I'm fine, Naruto said. Well, you have certainly grown, said Minato. You're probably even taller than me now. As Naruto smiled, I'm probably even stronger, Naruto said. Don't get too cocky, said Minato. But I do want to see your skills. Before you left, your eyes activate. Those eyes of yours. You never did explain anything to us. Oh yeah, Naruto said. As they watched his eyes change into a ripple pattern. It's the Rinnegan. The eyes belong to Sage of the Sixth Path. Jiraiya looked at Naruto's eyes. You're the second person I am seeing that is wielding those eyes. As Minato nodded, as Jiraiya told him, it's about the orphans that were in the rain, right? Yeah, but I heard news that they were killed, said Jiraiya. You mean you met others with a Rinnegan? Naruto asked. Yes, said Jiraiya. As Naruto get a thoughtful look on his face. Hey, what's wrong? Haku asked. Well, the thing is, Ragnarok told me something. He told me that there was another, with eyes, that see the world same as mine. Huh? Said Haku. Well, you see, Ragnarok is kind of complicated. He don't just tell you what you want to hear right away. But if I could comprehend that, I would say that there is someone out there with Rinnegan as well. But I received the news, Jiraiya said, that they were killed. Did you see a body? Naruto asked. Well, not really, Jiraiya said. So, they probably could still be alive, somewhere, and just off the radar. Well, that could be a possibility, said Jiraiya. But the rain is so difficult to get in nowadays. It's gonna be impossible to just walk in there. And people have gone in there, especially my spies. They don't return. It's that dangerous, Haku asked. I'm afraid so, said Jiraiya. Well, that's not important now, said Tsunade. I want to see what you're capable of now, she said to Naruto. Me too as well, said Kushina. I want to see how strong you've gotten, she said. So Dad, how about it, Naruto asked. Minato chuckled. Are you trying to challenge me, Naruto? Yeah, after all, you're the strongest in the village. The Hokage, the one above all. So when I beat you, you will know that I'm the strongest. As everyone smirked at that. You have surely gotten cocky, my son. But I accept your challenge. I also want to see what you're made of. But you just got back. We will do this tomorrow. Training Ground 7, Naruto said before he could say anything else. I'm gonna prove to you that my name is already signed to become the next Hokage. Is that so? Said Minato. Of course, Naruto said. And when I prove myself to you, you'll promote me, right? Well, you did extremely well in the last Chunin exams, but because of the invasion we weren't able to. So if you can prove yourself, I will give you the same rank as Haku. Naruto slammed his fist into his palm. That would make it even much better. Seeing that when I beat you, I'll become even above Kage level. Well, I'll show you that I am. Minato chuckled. Alright then, we'll have to see about that. Well, I'm gonna take a walk around the village and see some of my old friends, Naruto said. As Naruto left, along with Haku. After they left, Jiraiya spoke. He didn't even say anything about those two. Yeah, I know, said Tsunade. It must have been really hard on him for what they did. As Minato was looking down, should we ask him about it? Asked Kushina. Not yet, said Minato. He's in a cheery mood. And besides, we already know that they left. But that's not the thing, said Tsunade. How were they able to beat Naruto? I get it, they're strong, the both of them have the Sharingan. But Naruto is still stronger than the both of them combined. We have seen that multiple times. It's probably because he doesn't want to hurt them. He still sees them as people very close to him. so he probably hold back a lot, said Kushina. Well, when you get comfortable enough, we will have to talk to him, said Jiraiya. Meanwhile, Naruto was walking down the street with Haku. Things look rather the same, Naruto said. Well, just a few new buildings here and there. Yeah, things haven't changed that much, said Haku. But what is really exciting is that I get to go on Jonin level missions, even taking young Chonins, and I'm being their commander. That must feel nice, Naruto said. Oh yeah, said Haku. You didn't hear, right? Gaara is a Kazekage. Naruto was shocked by that piece of news. Gaara? You mean psychotic Gaara? Yeah, it seems like after your talk with him, he changed. Shikamaru has been coming here as the ambassador of the Sand Village and talking to your father, as she's been going with Shikamaru, as your father gave him the position to hold the talks of the Sand Village. Everything is in order, so he doesn't have to step in. So Shikamaru is basically running that. But if I must say, Shikamaru and Temari are getting rather close. What do you mean by that, Naruto asks. Well, if you see, you will see it for yourself. So what about the Naruto couldn't get to finish a sentence as someone called out his name. The moment he turned around, someone crashed into him, but he stood firm as the person wrapped their arms around him, pulling him into a tight hug. As Naruto saw the blonde hair, as he could feel the person squeezing against him. But this person felt rather mature as he wondered. The person then backed away and gave him a smile. Ino? Naruto said. Of course it's me, she said. You gone for some time and you forget my face? As Naruto looked her up and down. What's with that look? You're gonna make me blush, she said. Well, you look fantastic, Naruto said. As she blushed slightly. You have grown handsome yourself, she said. No, Ino, you really have changed. Thank you, she said, blushing a bit. I don't see what is so different, said Haku. Well, he's probably talking about these, Ino said, as she pointed towards her chest. Just because you're kinda flat, you don't have to get angry. What do you mean I'm flat? I'm not flat. As the both of them start to argue with each other. Naruto? As Naruto turned to see Hinata walking up to him, she has also changed a lot. As she stopped. Hello, Naruto, it's been a long... But Naruto pulled her into a hug. Long time no see, he said, as Hinata blushed a bit, as she hugged him back. He breathed the hug. You've surely grown, Hinata, he said, looking up and down. Do you think so? She asked him. Of course. And from just looking at you, I can tell that you've gotten stronger. Well, it's all thanks to you. For what you did for me back then, she said. And for that I'll always be grateful. Come on, you don't have to bring that up, Naruto said. I just did a favor for my close friend. As Hinata just smiled at him. Hey, Naruto, said another voice. As Naruto turned to see Shikamaru along with Sakura coming towards him. Naruto then felt something as he moved out of the way, as a giant white blur crashed in front of him. It was Kiba. Is that you, Naruto? Kiba said, leaping off of Akamaru. As Naruto widened his eyes, as Akamaru has gotten rather large, as all of his friends came piling in, as Naruto had a reunion with all of them. Later that night, Naruto was sitting down on top of the Hokage's monument, looking over the village. It seems like everyone has changed and gotten stronger, he thought to himself. He then felt someone flash beside him. He didn't move because he already knew who it is, as it was Minato. As Minato had a seat right beside him. Dad, Naruto said, as Minato just turned towards him. Do you think I'm capable of saving the world? Why would you ask that? Said Minato. Well, Ragnarok told me there is a dark force that will be coming soon. Something that will try to shake the very fabric of this earth. And that I am the only one that can change it, as long as I don't fall off the right path. Well, if anyone can do it, it's you, my son. But I weren't even able to save them, Naruto said, as Minato understood who he was talking about. Minato placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder, caused Naruto to turn and look at him. You did your best, Naruto. No, I didn't, Naruto said. I wanted to bring them back, but a part of me was still holding back. I didn't want to hurt them. But at the end, Kabuto arrived, as Minato looked at Naruto, as he could now understand why those two got away. He stabbed me, and I was there bleeding out. It has been playing over my mind ever since I arrived to Dragon Land. It took 3 months for those nightmares to go away. Nightmares, said Minato. It wasn't about the stab, it was about what they said. Kabuto wanted to kill me right then and there, because Orochimaru see me as a threat. As Kabuto asked them if they are willing to do the honors, but they said that my life doesn't matter. Minato was taken aback by that, even though he knew the two left the village to get power to defeat Itachi. They really said that? Yeah, they said the only reason that Kabuto shouldn't kill me is because you're my dad, and you'd probably send all of the Konoha forces after them, hunting them down for the rest of their life. So that is the only reason why they decided to spare my life. After everything that we've been through, I thought that after witnessing me getting stabbed, that would snap them out of their funk to come and save me, even help me. But the both of them looked at me with uncaring eyes, weren't about to lift a finger to save me or anything, Naruto said. As Minato noticed a stern look on Naruto's face. It was not sadness, it was anger. Naruto, you remember the first thing that you told me when you first went to the Dragon Land, that Ragnarok told you that some people along the way will fall off the right path, and that you're the only one that can go in there and bring them out without switching to that path. Yeah? Well, think about it. Those two have fallen off the right path. The darkness has been consuming them a lot. But Ragnarok believed that you're the only one that can save them without going down the dark path yourself. So if you believe in yourself, I believe you can save them and bring them back to this side. But are they even worthy of saving, Naruto asks. I know how close you were to them. You treated them the best out of all of us, seeing that you were there with them night, days. After what happened with the incident, you spent so much time watching over them and making sure that they were okay, so that they went down the exact path that they went down. But things change. But if you can find it in your heart to forgive them, if you can just find a way to bring them back and show them the light, I believe you can do that. But it's up to you, said Minato. As Naruto nodded, as he still had a lot of thinking to do, because his mind is not fully made up on what to do. Things are just really messed up right now. Minato then smiled. Well, you're gonna need your rest tonight, because tomorrow, I'm going to show you why your father is still stronger than you. Naruto chuckled. If you say so, Dad. Meanwhile, Samantha was in one of the hideout bays. As she was in her own room, lying down, there was a candle on the table, lighting up the room. It has been over 3 years and some months, but her mind, every time she sleep, she always gets that dream. The look on Naruto's face, the pure betrayal after they told Kabuto that they didn't care about his life. It was haunting her to this day, as she regret all that, but they needed the power to face off against Itachi. But after defeating Itachi and getting their revenge, what will it be? If Naruto did not forgive them, if the village did not forgive them and threw them into prison for attacking a fellow shinobi, and even if they did come out after a while, who would they even talk to? As she was sure by now that everyone hated them for what they did, especially since everyone liked Naruto. Even the villagers, everyone loved him. So what will be their life after that? That is what she's been thinking all this time. But for now, she just has to be strong. She can't get weak in the knees right now. Her brother was still pushing hard, and she couldn't allow him to go down this path himself. She reached for a kunai, as the kunai holster was near the bed. As she thrust it out the flames of the candle, as she slowly closed her eyes to go to sleep. The next morning, it was around 10:30 a.m. as two people stood in training ground 7. Minato smiling at his son and Naruto smiling as well. The place was surrounded by ninjas as they were all up in the trees. Haku, Tsunade, Jiraiya, Kakashi, all of Naruto rookie friends, All of them are here to see the big fight that is about to happen. The Hokage going up against his son. The Jonins are here. Everyone wants to see what and how much Naruto has improved. They know how powerful Minato is. Well, most of them, really. So they want to see how strong Naruto has gotten. As Kushina was there with a smile on her face, watching her two boys fight. As this was a very good bonding moment for father and son. Who do you think is going to win? Asked Jiraiya as he was sitting beside Tsunade. Well, in all accords, we should be picking Minato. But with Naruto, you never know. From he came back, he had this confident aura around him. I believe that he has something up his sleeve that will surprise us all. I was thinking the same thing. But let's just find out. As Minato nodded at Naruto, you ready? Naruto gave him a smile. I was born ready, he said. With that, the both of them flashed away. They appeared in the center and thrust their fists forward. As their fists connected, a small ripple shock went off. The both of them smiled at each other. Until Minato jumped back. As he speed through hand sign in mid-air, fire style, fireball jutsu. Naruto went through hand sign, earth style, mud wall. As a massive mud wall erupted and blocked Minato's fire. When the earth wall crumbled away, Naruto was gone. Minato smirked as he brought his hand up in an X motion. As Naruto landed a drop kick on his hand, Minato's eyes went wide for a bit. The force pushed him straight back down into the ground. The moment his feet touched the ground, Naruto dropped another drop kick. The ground exploded under the weight. As Minato was still holding firm though. As Naruto dressed back, Tsunade was surprised. No enhance or anything, but it seemed like his strength has doubled. As he wasn't even pouring chakra into his legs or anything. He has gotten a lot stronger, said Jiraiya. Minato jumped out of the small crater that his feet created. It seems you have built up your physical strength. Well, training with giant dragons. I am now able to lift them. So yeah, I have gotten stronger, Naruto said. And faster. As he said that, he blurred away. Minato dodged a fist coming towards his face. As Minato sent a right hook, but Naruto dodged under it. Naruto then spin around and did a low kick, trying to kick away Minato's leg. But Minato jumped up in the air and sent a kick towards Naruto's face. But Naruto twisted his body as the kick passed him. Naruto then grabbed onto Minato's leg and swung him around, thrusting him up in the air. Minato smirked as he went through another set of hand sign, lightning style. Lightning shockwave, he said, as he released a pulsate of pure electricity that rained down towards Naruto. Naruto went through hand sign of his own, wind style, wind palm, as he released a blast of condensed wind from his palm. It smashed right into the lightning attack as both attacks were dispersed. Small lightning particles just floated in the air. Minato landed. How about we keep this up a notch, he said, as he activated his 3-Tomo Sharingan. I thought you would never ask, Naruto said, as he activated his own as well. With the spectators, it seems like Naruto has gotten a lot stronger, said Hinata. Yeah, said Ino, with a hungry look in her eye, and a lot hotter. What? Said Hinata. Come on, Hinata, don't tell me that you don't see it. What are you talking about, Hinata said. Come on, you always act a little fidgety around Naruto, even though you have changed over the years. You talk to everyone with a normal composure, but with Naruto, you always a bit nervous. Do you like him or something? No, it's not like that, Hinata said. You see, the thing is, he and Samantha was just a really close friend of mine. Ino's eyes narrowed a bit hearing that name, as she remembered what those two did. But Naruto was the one who helped me back then. He's the reason I am what I am now. So I just, incredible, respect him for that. And I suppose you're right. He is hotter. Ino chuckled. Damn right he is, she said. Meanwhile, whoa, Naruto's gotten a lot faster and stronger, said Kiba. Yes, he has. He's even now 100 times better than you, said Shino. What was that? This is just a drag, said Shikamaru. Why do you say that? Asked Choji. Well, if he has gotten a lot stronger, that means if the rest of us don't improve, it look like he alone will be carrying the rookies that all of us face off against in the academy, and that will just look rather shameful. and I'm not in the mood to train or anything. That would be just a drag. You're always saying things like that, said Choji as he ate his chips. Meanwhile, Lee was excited. I can't wait until it's my turn. Until me and Naruto fight. But then, he has proven stronger than me. But I've been getting strong over the years as well. And I can't wait until I show him my results, Lee said. Well, Naruto is looking to fight his father, which is a Kage level shinobi. I don't think he's gonna fight you, Lee. That will be just a waste of his skills. Are you saying I'm not strong enough, Lee asks. Well, depends on how Naruto do today. If he can manage to defeat his father, then yes, I'll be saying that. Yes, he has surely improved, Neji said. But let's just see what he can do fully. Meanwhile, Naruto and Minato leaped away from each other. As Minato was huffing slightly. It seems like you have increased your stamina, he said. As Naruto smirked. What's wrong, old man, he said. Can't keep up? Minato chuckled. As he wiped a small bit of sweat from his brow. That was just a warm-up. It's time we kick this up a notch. The ground buckled and cracked under the weight as Minato released his chakra. As everyone could feel the intense, overpowering chakra. But Naruto had a smile on his face as Kushina watched them. I don't want him to hurt my baby, she said. Oh come on, said Haku. You don't think he's gonna really go full out on Naruto? Well, Naruto wants him to go all out. And I don't think that Minato is gonna hold back. Because he wouldn't want to do that to Naruto. He's gonna show him all he has. Well, we will just have to see what Naruto has as well, said Haku. Minato stayed still for a couple of seconds as his eyes started to change. As he activated Sage Mode along with his Sharingan to give him that boost in physical strength. Before Naruto could react, Minato appeared in front of him in a flash. Minato drive a left hook towards Naruto's face. But Naruto grabbed his hand, shocking Minato. As he moved a bit fast there, so it was surprising that Naruto caught it. The weight behind the fist didn't even move Naruto one bit. When Naruto opened back his eyes, they were golden. Golden with slits in them. Minato then noticed the top of Naruto's eyes started to change. As a golden marking came around it, Naruto underwent Dragon Sage Mode. Before Minato could even react, Naruto grabbed his hand with so much strength and twisted him and flipped him over his shoulder and slammed him into the ground. Minato brought up his leg to stop Naruto from advancing, but Naruto grabbed onto his leg and flipped him up in the air. Minato went through hand sign, water style, water book, but he couldn't get to finish that sentence as a fist connected into his stomach, knocking the wind out of him for a second. As Naruto flipped over Minato and drive a harsh kick into his back, as Minato was sent sailing down towards the ground. But he regained his bearings just in time as he flipped and landed on his feet. As Naruto landed on the ground. Whoa, what the hell is that, Kiba said. Look at his eyes. As everyone gasped, seeing Naruto's eyes. Wait, that's Sage Mode, said Jiraiya. Well, it seems like the kid has learned Sage Mode from the dragons. I wonder, how much does this increase your physical abilities, said Snavi. We'll just have to find out, said Jiraiya. Said Minato brushing off his clothes. So you have learned Sage Mode as well? Dragon Sage Mode. Well, I have been there for 3 years. So let's test which one is better, Fox or the Dragon. The both of them blurred away with so much speed, it was difficult to see. They appeared in the center and smashed their fists against each other. The ground exploded under the weight, creating a crater that sent out a massive shock wave. Naruto jumped back the moment he did. Chains burst from his hands and rushed towards Minato. Minato quickly flipped away as he went through several hand signs. Wind style, wind cutting barrage, he said, as he fired out several slicing blades. But with his Sharingan, Naruto could see all of them. As Naruto went through hand sign, wind style, wind tornado blast, as Naruto created a massive tornado slam right into the wind attacks, countering each other. The moment Naruto landed, Minato was on him as Naruto raised his hand. Minato fish smashed into his hand, but Naruto stood his ground as he grabbed his father's fist and pulled him close. Naruto then brought up his knee and smashed it right under Minato's chin. Minato staggered back for a couple of seconds as Naruto spun on his feet and backhanded Minato away. Minato was sent sailing as he smashed through a couple of trees, as everyone gasped at the display of power and strength from Naruto. A second later, Minato walked out of the forest, wiping away the trickle of blood that came from his mouth. I must say, you have gotten stronger, Naruto. I guess it's time that I stop going easy on you. Well, it would be disappointing if you didn't, Naruto said, as Minato activated his Mangekyo Sharingan, as Naruto did the same. In a second, Minato's eyes started to spin as he appeared right in front of Naruto's face, using the ability to flash next to the people that he marked. Seeing the fist coming towards his face, Naruto smirked as Minato's fist made contact with a rock. Minato was surprised as he then felt a hard kick smash into his back that pushed him down into the ground. He quickly flipped up as he flashed in front of Naruto again, bringing his foot down right on Naruto's shoulder. But a rock was replaced with Naruto as Minato's feet crashed right through the rock. He stepped on the rock, crushing it under weight. What just happened? Said Minato, as Minato noticed Naruto Mangekyo Sharingan spinning. It seems you awakened a special ability. What is it? He asks. Why tell when I can just show you, Naruto says. He pulled a kunai. He thrust it towards Minato. Minato tilted his head as the kunai passed him. But then Naruto vanished as Minato noticed the kunai was where Naruto once was. Minato then felt a harsh punch right into the side of his face as he was sent sailing back into the woods once more. As everyone was rather confused, as Jiraiya was surprised because he's seen the aspect of Naruto's ability. It seems like he can switch place with an object, said Jiraiya. Minato walked out of the bushes. So you can switch your place with any object around. Is that it? Minato asks. Smart like usual, Naruto said, deducing things. Well, yeah, that's my ability. Well then, Naruto, a wonderful ability it is, but it's still no match for the power I wield, said Minato with a smirk on his face. That is what you used to tell me in the past, when you always show me that you're stronger. But this time, I'm gonna show you I've been trained and improving over the years as well. The both of them rushed towards each other as Naruto held out his hand. A screeching sound could be heard as a Rasengan Shuriken formed in his hand in seconds. Now, show me all you got, Dad, Naruto said as he thrust the Rasengan Shuriken towards Minato. Seeing it coming with so much power behind it, Minato had one option. As the Rasengan Shuriken made contact, a massive burst of chakra went off as a massive dome could be seen. As everyone gasped, waiting. But when the dust and smoke cleared top half off, the Susanoo was there. The black Susanoo with a red coating on it, with those red, menacing eyes glaring down at Naruto. Is this what you wanted to see? Asked Minato. Exactly, Naruto said. Now, let me show you something. As everyone watched a burst of golden glow came from Naruto, creating the top half of a Susanoo. The thing, created from bones first, it started gaining a leather skin around its body, as two giant arms could be seen. On the knuckles, there were spikes. Two horns was pulsating from the thing's head. It had on a strange red armor on it that went down straight to the ground, seeing that Naruto's only in the top half. Impressive, said Minato. What the hell? Kiba said in the stands. Is this a power Naruto now wield? Able to keep up with the Hokage? How strong has he become? Kiba said. As I've said. Well, let me rephrase it. 1,000 times stronger than you, said Shino. As Kiba didn't even pay him any mind because he couldn't deny the fact that Naruto has become incredibly stronger. As a golden sword appeared in Naruto Susanoo's hand, as a black blade with red markings on it appear in the Susanoo hand of Minato's. The both of them moved forward as they smashed the blade together. A massive shockwave erupted from the two blades making contact, as most of them in the forest had to jump away because the powerful force pushed them back. As Minato was pushing back Naruto's blade until Naruto created another one in the next hand, as he drive it down on Minato's one blade. Minato went to one knee, but he quickly created the next blade as he countered with Naruto's. The both of them pushing back against each other until The ground under Minato's feet exploded as Minato saw two golden chains erupted from the ground. Wrapping around his midsection, they pull him straight out of his Susanoo as Naruto leaped out of his as well. Naruto slammed his fist right into his father's face, knocking him a distance away. So much force Minato was sent colliding straight through the woods. He's definitely gonna be pissed, Naruto said, as he then heard a very monstrous scream. Kushina widened her eyes. He's taking this too far, right? She said, as she looked at Jiraiya. Well, it seems like Naruto can handle himself. I hope, said Jiraiya. Don't worry, Naruto's gotten a lot stronger. She stopped right there because Minato came from the woods in his Susanoo, this one that was on two legs walking. But it was still not his perfect Susanoo because Minato knew if he bring that out right here, the village would probably get affected by that. But people in the village would still see the Susanoo as it was walking on two legs, stepping on the tree branches, coming towards Naruto as Naruto could feel the ground shaking under the weight. As a big smile came on Naruto's face. Finally showing me what you got, huh? As Minato drive the fist down with incredible force. But Minato's eyes widen. How is this? As he watches fist getting pushed back up to him, Naruto still in his sage mode that offered him incredible strength, grab onto the fist and lift the giant Susanoo off the ground as Naruto leaped up in the air and flipped it over his shoulder. Naruto brought it down as everyone jumped away. As the thing made contact, a massive boom that sent a shockwave all through the entire area. Naruto then landed on top of Susanoo. As he came down with so much force, the top part cracked under the weight. Minato quickly swatted him away with the hand, but Naruto grabbed onto the hand as he pulled back his own fist and smashed it into it. Dragon Sage mode is giving him a lot of extra strength as the hand was shattered. As the chakra started to reform the hand, Naruto brought down his leg again, smashing the top of his Susanoo as he entered inside. The moment he entered, Minato blew out a massive stream of flames right at Naruto. Naruto's chains quickly came in front of him as they blocked the giant ball of flames. As Minato then flashed behind Naruto while he's blocking the flames, as he drive a left hook towards Naruto's face, but Naruto raised up his hand, but he was still sent pushed back right into the wall as Minato was in a sage mode as well. Naruto was slammed right into the wall of Susanoo, but he quickly regained his bearings. Both Minato and Naruto had a smile on their face as they were having the time of their life. As Naruto flared up his own Susanoo as he exploded outwards out of Minato's. As the thing got on 2 feet, and looking down at Minato, still in the incomplete form, it got another layer of clothing on it. It was an armor. Minato's Susanoo exploded outwards, reforming the damaging part. The both of them leaped at each other as they smashed their fists together, creating another shockwave that ran right through the village. They raised their legs and smashed it together, creating another powerful shockwave as they started to clash together, as both of them were smiling the entire time. Naruto flared up a blade in his hand as Minato did the same. The both of them said Amaterasu as the blades got coated in black flames, as the both of them raised it towards each other. But 2 chains came out of nowhere, wrapping around the both of them, restricting their movements as they looked down. Stop it right now! As it was Kushina with a furious look on her face. The both of them then looked down as they realized the landscape, training ground 7, was completely destroyed, and the force of their attack was pushing towards the village. As the both of them gave a nervous smile as they realized they'd been having too much fun. If they were going to do something like this, they shouldn't have done it in the training grounds of the village. Everyone else were blown away from their previous position. As they were a distance away, people in the village could see the massive 2 figures fighting. They were quickly told that this was from the Hokage and his son, just a training battle, and it made the village people proud, seeing that the son and the Hokage have so much power. It just made they have just so much more power to protect them. And seeing that young Naruto has gotten so much strong, It just made them all happy. But the battle came to an end when Minato and Naruto realized they were causing so much destruction. As the both of them came out of their Susanoo, Kushina walked up to the both of them as she smacked the both of them. "You guys need to look what you're doing," she said. "Sorry about that, Mom," Naruto said. "Yeah, sorry, Kushina," said Minato. As she just gave the both of them a smile. "You can call this one a draw, seeing that none of you win." "Well, I would have won," said Naruto, "if you hadn't stopped it." "In your dreams," said Minato. "Well, I would have," Naruto said, as the both of them started to argue with each other. As Kushina just chuckled. "Whoa, he has really gotten stronger. That much stronger," said Jiraiya. As the kid is probably even stronger than Minato, because Jiraiya could see that Naruto was still holding back a lot. Reason being that Minato was at his peak level right there. Well, he hasn't shown off his perfect Susanoo, but Jiraiya doesn't know if Naruto has one as well, seeing that Minato has the eternal monkey Sharingan. But after what Tsunade did the check on him, his Senju abilities, his healing abilities, prevent his eyes from bleeding and giving any side effect of going blind. So Jiraiya doesn't know if Naruto has a perfect Susanoo, but he remembered that Naruto has the Rinnegan. And up to this point, Naruto hasn't even used one ability of the Rinnegan. And also that Sage mode, it's far stronger than Frog Sage mode, seeing that Naruto fists made more contact on Minato. As Jiraiya just smiled to see, as he saw a younger version of Naruto asking him to train him, and it made him just smile. "Well, Minato, I guess the new generations are going to take over the old generations." Time skip. Later that night, two figures were walking through the sand as they were going towards the village. As they arrived towards the entrance, where they saw a lot of dead bodies. It seemed like you planned this accordingly," said Deidara. "Of course I did. You know I don't like to keep people waiting. This is the best way to get things done." As Sasuke was looking at his puppet that he has placed under his control, this man, after so long this man was a sleeping agent for him, so he could get into the village whenever he want. "Well, Sasuke, my man, I'll go deal with this. You just stay out here and wait, okay?" "Deidara, you know I don't like to keep people waiting. And I don't like to be kept waiting as well." "Don't worry, it's just the one-tailed Jinchuriki. I'll handle this fast enough." As Deidara, palm started to move a bit. When he opened it, a small bird could be shown. As he then placed his hand up and did the release hand sign, the bird became large as he hopped on top of it. "Just a few minutes stops, and I'll be right back," he said. And with that, he flew off into the village. But guys, it'll be in this episode right here. If you want to see the next part, if you already know what to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs your way. And I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. And thank you all for your support and help. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah guys, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.